And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes, and we are here to talk about the new shooting hotfix that was introduced this morning by NBA 2K21. So let me go ahead and turn back on my shot meter just to kind of show you exactly what the difference is and what you're going to need to be looking out for now that the new shot stick has come out. Essentially what happened was they quote-unquote nerfed the shot stick. The way they did that was they didn't decrease, how easy it was to make or any of those things. What they did was they made it so the actual, I would say white zone for the shot stick fluctuates. So instead of just being dead in the middle every time or dead on the left, dead on the right, like it would be if you were taking runners or moving corner shots, it now kind of fluctuates wildly, and I'm not sure if it's a set thing or if it is just kind of randomized by 2K. I'm not sure, because as you can see, sometimes it'll be in the middle, and it doesn't seem to have like any type of rhythm to it, at least that I can tell right now. Obviously I have to play around with it a little more to see if it has a rhythm. Runners and stuff are still pretty easy, but as you can see, I'm shooting top of the key a little to the left, but at the same time the shot meter is all the way to the left for some reason, so it's strange. You don't see, like now it's all the way on the left side, as being I'm on the right side of the floor, it should probably be on the right because I'm just taking setup jumpers. So I don't know. I don't particularly like what they did with it, but at the same time, the argument of a skill gap that was used for the actual shot stick all year long by a lot of like comp and pro guys, like, oh, there's a skill gap. Well, this makes it have more of a skill gap, so arguably they should be happier, but they're not. But here's the main issue. See, now you can turn it off and still shoot left to right, essentially with shot aiming, but with the stick turned off, which, in addition to having a huge boost for using the shot stick, now you have a huge boost from using meter off as well. It is kind of difficult to get used to, especially if you're used to using the shot stick like I am. Like, it's hard to, especially the old way, it's hard to necessarily time it correctly every time, especially if you're on Xbox. Like, if you're on PlayStation, awesome, dude, you're in for a fucking treat, because not only are you going to splash more shots, but pretty much everyone is going to splash more shots just because of the joystick. Dude, I'm already seeing people video themselves using rubber bands and shit like that to make shots more easily, which is not good, and it's only a matter of time before somebody figures out some sort of button mapping tech or something like that. Buying a modded controller, which, to be honest with you, 2K will probably patch this in like 2 weeks, so even if you want to try hard and go buy a modded controller, I don't 100% recommend that. In addition to it being kind of cheap, it probably will be irrelevant in like 2-3 weeks once 2K realizes how fucked up this is, because I guarantee this is going to fuck up Park. And honestly, 2K couldn't give a shit less what happens in my team most of the time, but like Park, that's when they get upset. Once they start hearing all those Park guys complain, it'll be bad. But I mean, as you can see, you are significantly more wet regardless if you're hitting or not, which is huge. So, I mean, we'll see what's up. We're going to go jumping in a limited game. I played some TTO earlier, and it still fucking sucks. So we're playing against My Shot Green. All right, he better green some fucking shots then, dude. Mo Cheeks, Ray Allen, Allen Houston, Richard Jefferson, Rick Smits, Lillard Stevenson, Kendall Gill. Yeah, his bench looks worse than mine, but don't sleep on his bench. His bench actually is filled with shooters, and if you see that bench at this stage in the game, you know the dude might at least be kind of good if he's confident enough to use like Kendall Gill at this point. So, all right, well, I mean, we'll see what's up. His lineup is filled with shooters, so it's going to be a problem. So if I start to get behind, I'll go mess with my defensive settings and offensive settings. I'll run some 5-outs and stuff. But for right now, I'm just going to play it straight up. All right, Kobe, what's up? Ooh, center, wet balls. Now, the coverage is still broken, I will say that. Just from playing TTO earlier and like running a couple like warm-up games before recording this video in TTO. I haven't played any Unlimited yet, but I can tell you that coverage is still broken. They have not done anything to address that. Oh, yeah, I'm going to take this. Oh, man. All right, so my man is going to switch up his offensive and defensive settings, I'm guessing. Let's see, what did he do? I wonder what he did. That was really quick. He might have just paused it, but I don't think he did. Oh, let's see what's up. Oh, he turned his meter off. That's not good. All right. So the guy I'm playing against is actually decent. He's adapted to meter off pretty much instantly just after watching me shoot one shot. So, all right, Jerry West. I forgot you were even still in my lineup. Jerry West with the drive, solid. Now, as far as like so far, does it make it easier to shoot? Now, you know, in reference to the old shot stick to the no meter shot stick, it depends how good you were with the shot stick, in all honesty. Just because it doesn't seem to be that much more overpowered at this stage. Granted, this is like my first unlimited game with it. Let's see what's up, Allen Houston. I had 25% coverage. That was just bad. But at the same time, I could see it becoming overpowered once people get the timing a little better, because when you're doing it with no meter, here's the thing, it always is in the middle. It doesn't move from side to side like, you know, meter on would. Especially, and that's huge when you're taking like runners and stuff like that, because it's just going to be straight down the middle. You know where it's gonna, the timing is every single time. I mean, I'm shooting 5 for 6, so maybe it is a little more overpowered than I'm letting on. I mean, I've been seeing people absolutely fucking rage about this thing all day and complain. When I woke up this morning, I just jumped on Twitter, and it was absurd how many people were upset about this. Honestly, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Yeah, it's kind of annoying, but Allen Houston, that was way too deep, dude. That's my bad. But I will say the one good thing is you don't, when you shoot wide rights now, aside from that one, because I was like 10 feet behind the line shooting a fadeaway, but like when you wide right on accident, you don't like completely airball like before. Like you'll just clang it off the rim, which is actually pretty huge. That's actually one of the improvements I like about this shot stick that they made, was now you don't shoot as many like wide left air balls. But oh yeah, he knows about the Allen Houston runners. That's not a good sign. But all this really does is it turns my team, 2K21 into a, sharpshooter simulator at this point, which is not terrible. I mean, I will say that this does allow you to shoot better in TTO as well. It's still like a sit in the middle of the paint and drive simulator, but at the same time, like, it makes it a little bit better. So it's a little bit more playable. All right, Allen Houston hit that. Nope, miss. That's yeah, there you go. He's beast. All right. Kareem holds down the middle at this point. I have 8 points in the paint, really? All right. Ray Allen, yeah, see, he's got a sharpshooter lineup. I left Allen Houston. Nope, 5% coverage is all you need. He'll still miss that occasionally. All right, Kobe, what's up? Crosses, hit that. Really? I don't know. I mean, I see a lot of people raging about it, and I don't know as if it's completely overpowered. Like, yeah, you could say he shouldn't hit that shot, but I mean, I hit that shot constantly with meter on, so I don't really know. That's not really congruent as to why it's overpowered. I mean, I ripped that shot constantly with Allen Houston, so I haven't seen him really make anything outlandish. I mean, everything he's making is not covered very well, or like if he were to make this, I would be like, okay, there's a fucking problem, but he's not. So with that being said, I mean, you should probably just get yourself acclimated. He has tied it up though, so I'm going to be an asshole here at the end of the first. And if I don't have a good lead, I'm going to go start running 5 outs and stuff like that and change my defensive settings, because he's burning me with Allen Houston. It's kind of annoying. All right, yeah, Rick Smith's is huge too. All right, Allen Houston, relax. He's going to shoot another runner. I can feel it. Yep. There it is. Get out of here. Good board. Oh, man. I so regret cashing in for this Kobe card. Ooh, Allen Houston. I miss shooting that. Kobe's not very good, I'll be honest with you. That being said, if you can get some badges on him, like range extender and I think flexible. Does he have flexible release? I don't know. I can't remember if he does. But if you can get those badges on him, he will be absolutely overpowered. He's got a decent set of animations. There's still no card in the game that tops Allen Houston's animations. At all, period. And I don't know when the next time we're going to get him. If I remember correctly, T-Mac has very similar animations. Once we get a T-Mac, dude, it's going to be over. That card's going to be fucking ridiculous. There we go. Nice shot from Tony Kukoc, who I forgot was my power forward, I should have been using him all game. All right, here it is. Hey, he's going to shoot another one. Yep, fade away. Get in there, Kobe. A lot of rotation pieces here. That's about the only way to do it. There we go, end of the first. I'm going to change up my settings and kind of go from there. Yeah, so here we are. We're up 6. That's what I'm talking about. Mitch Richmond out here on the bench unit. That's like a huge difference. Cash. So, yeah, I mean, Is it that much different from, like, if you're watching my gameplay, I mean, am I playing that much different than I normally do? Not really. I don't think it's as big of a deal as a lot of people are saying. The shot stick's been overpowered all year, basically. This doesn't really make it any more or less overpowered, from what I can tell. The only thing it really does is it balances the game out a little bit. Just because if you got people who are good with the shot stick and they're playing against people who aren't great with the shot stick, it kind of balances the game out a little bit, which kind of sucks for people who are good with the shot stick. I mean, I'm not wonderful with the shot stick. I'm not like a pro level player, but like I'm decent with it, and I play against people who aren't very good with it all the time and use the button instead. And that does give me a bigger advantage to a certain extent, especially when I'm shooting like runners and stuff like that. But honestly, who gives a fuck, dude? I'm not gonna be in the 250k tournament. It doesn't fucking matter. I could care less, dude. Honestly, more competitive games and scoring easier will help me get XP and challenges, so it's like it doesn't bother me. The only people it's gonna bother are people who legitimately believe they're like a competitive level player, which, you know, they might be at this point, like with the way the game is. But we'll kind of see how it goes. I mean, I've held them to 0 points with these defensive settings. Just good rotations, man. Splash, 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 splash. Yeah, I'm up 13. I'm cruising now. Allen Houston's so good, man. But I mean, like I said, if you watch my shooting tutorial video, everything about that stands firm. Finger center of the joystick, right in the little divot right there, straight down. You know, you're not going to be able to aim it like you were before, and obviously in order to make the shots better, here's the thing: just operate the shot stick like you would 2K20 shot stick, where it was all about timing as opposed to centering. So just put your thumb directly in the middle, shoot straight down, and release it when you think the jump shot's at its height. And I'll catch you on the next video. Have a good day.